Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to another live lesson. Thank you for joining me. My name is Shelly. If you don't know who I am, if you do, welcome. Hi, how are you? Hope you're having a great day. It's Saturday here in Tokyo, and the weather is much better than I expected. We do have a typhoon coming here. We've been having a lot of really bad weather recently. A lot of rain, a lot of really strong, heavy, can't see out the front of your windshield type of rain. The typhoon's supposed to hit here, I believe, on Monday, but it looks like we have a little bit of a reprieve today. Hopefully it lasts all day. Hope everybody's having a great day today. We're going to jumpstart our weekend by doing 5 must-know slang words. This is episode number 3 in this slang series. As I've done in the past, this is a new series that I started. Basically, I'm trying to introduce 5 words, not 10, which I've done in the past. So we're going 5. Hopefully, it's easier for you to remember all 5, and hopefully, it's easier for you to start using them. So as always, this lesson will be put onto the screen, which I've just done right now. What I'll do is I'll go over each idiom first. We'll go over the definition. And at the end, you will have 3 fill-in-the-blank type sentences, kind of a quiz. So you'll choose which sentence will, slang that you'll put into the sentence. So let's jump right into it. Let's start here with big yikes. Big yikes. And I'm going to try to make this as big as I can. That way you can see everything. Big yikes is the first word that we'll go over. All right. Does anybody know what big yikes means? And what I'll do is I'll give you an example sentence of these. And from the example sentence, hopefully you can tell me the meaning of it. All right, so let me put an example sentence of it right now. 1 second. Okay, so here's an example sentence. When he tripped in front of everyone, it was a big yikes moment. When he tripped in front of everyone, it was a big yikes moment. Now, I think maybe, possibly, some of you have seen just yikes. Maybe you've seen just this word. Now, in this slang, we've added the big here. So big yikes. So it's the same meaning. It just becomes stronger. All right. So again, the example sentence is saying, when he tripped in front of everyone, it was a big yikes moment. So if you trip in front of everyone, how do you feel? Right? So if you're walking and let's say you're at school, you're at work, and suddenly you trip, you fall down and everybody sees it, right? You're going to feel embarrassed. You're going to feel a sense of surprise or shock. That's what big yikes means. So basically, like I said, it's the same as yikes. It's just stronger. Okay, so let's put this onto the screen here. I'm going to try to fit it all in. All right, so it says it's a stronger version of yikes. It's used to express shock or embarrassment for someone. All right, so it's a stronger version of yikes. and it's used to express shock or embarrassment for someone. All right, so big yikes. All right, so if something's very shocking, something's very embarrassing, you can use this slang. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is glow up. Glow up. All right, what do you guys think glow up means? All right, so now if we look at the example sentence, which I'll put onto the screen right now. Here's my example sentence. She really had a glow up after high school. She really had a glow up after high school. What does that mean? She really had a glow up after high school. This is kind of obviously a newer one. All of these idioms are idioms that are very common. They're very recent. I'm not giving you slang. I'm not giving you old slang. These are all slang words that are used in the 2020s. All right, I'm not going to give you something that's super old. I'm trying to give you something that's more current. In the 2020s, glow up. She really had a glow up after high school. So what this means is she had a transformation. She had a transformation. All right, so a significant transformation for the better, especially in terms of appearance or style. All right, so if somebody's appearance, if their style changed and it's much better now, we can say it's a glow up. All right, so if something changes, if someone's appearance, their style changes so much, it changes dramatically, and they look much better now, we can say they had a glow up. So the example sentence said, not that one. She really had a glow up after high school. She really had a glow up after high school. All right, so she really changed after high school. After high school, her appearance, her style completely changed for the better. That previous sentence that you had on the screen was from our last slang video. All right, excellent. YFS, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? All right, next, I'm going to keep glow up on the screen. That way you can see that still. And we've got catch these hands next. Catch these hands. What does that mean? Catch these hands. All right, so I'm going to give you an example sentence here. And in this example sentence, there's going to be actually another idiom as well in here. So let's look at it. If he keeps talking trash, he might catch these hands. If he keeps talking trash, he might catch these hands. All right, so here we've got actually two slang words: talk trash and catch these hands. All right, so if we're looking at talking trash, it means that you are going to be speaking. You're speaking to someone in a very rude and disrespectful way. You're speaking to someone in a very rude and disrespectful way. All right. So if he keeps talking trash, if he keeps talking to me in a very rude, disrespectful, or insulting way, he might catch these hands. He might catch. Catch means, if you catch a ball. Here we've got these hands. Wife has bad things comes back to him. Yes, like that. But what comes to him? What bad thing will happen? Basically, if you catch these hands, it's fists. Okay, it's a fist. So that means something physical might happen, a physical altercation. All right, so here we're talking about a physical altercation. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger so it all fits. And I can always just make this a little smaller. There we go. So a phrase used to warn someone they are about to get into a physical altercation. Yes, punch. Yes, YFS. So, if he keeps talking trash, if he keeps talking to me, speaking to me in a disrespectful manner, in insulting manner, if he keeps being rude to me, he might catch these hands. That means, I'm warning him that I might get physical with him, a physical altercation. Sorry. So yeah, it means that you're gonna fight someone. You're going to punch someone. So if he keeps talking trash, he might catch his hands. I might punch him. He might get punched by me. Okay, so let's move on to number 4. Stan. This is a great idiom. This is an idiom it's like I said, it's a current, not idiom again. I keep saying idiom, it's slang. This is a great slang that's very commonly used in the 2020s, but it did start much earlier. It did start much earlier. Sometimes people have used this in a negative way as well. So let's look at an example sentence. I totally stan that singer. Her music is amazing. I totally stan that singer. Her music is amazing. Hello, Supergirl. How are you today? We're looking at idioms today, Supergirl. And the idioms that we've done so far. So let's just do a quick little review. The first idiom that we studied was big yikes. So big yikes is a stronger version of yikes. You use this to express shock or embarrassment. So an example sentence that I used was, when he tripped in front of everyone, it was a big yikes moment. So when he tripped in front of everyone, it was a very embarrassing moment. The second one is glow up. Glow up means that you're talking about someone is having a big transformation. They change, but they change in a good way. And how do they change? Their appearance changes. Their style changes. So she really had to glow up after high school. So that means after she graduated high school, her appearance, her style completely changed, it transformed, and it looks better now. And last one is catch these hands. Catch these hands. This is a phrase used to warn someone that they're about to get into a physical altercation. And that physical altercation is going to be like they're about to get punched. All right. So the example sentence I had for that was, if he keeps talking trash, he might catch these hands. All right. And talking trash was a bonus slang word. It means you talk disrespectfully, you talk boastfully, you talk insultingly, rudely to someone. And the next one we're doing right now is stan. Stan. So we've got the example sentence here. It says, I totally stan that singer. Her music is amazing. Yes, slang, YFS. I keep saying idioms, but it's slang. You are right, YFS. I totally stan that singer. Her music is amazing. Stan is actually a name. It's a guy's name. It's not so common right now. It comes from Stanley. So it's a shortened version of Stanley. So Stan. I don't think it's that common anymore. Maybe some people are still naming their boys Stan, but originally is a boy's name. But here it's become slang. I totally stan that singer. Her music is amazing. Now, basically, if you stan can be a verb. For example, in this sentence, it's a verb. I stan that singer. But stan can also be a noun. It also can be a noun. So the example or the meaning of this is going to be, okay, you are an extremely dedicated fan of someone or something. You are an extremely dedicated fan of someone or something. Okay, so if you are like a super fan, then that means we call you a stan. All right, does that make sense? Now, if you want to know the origin, like this, like I said, I'm trying to give you idiom or slang words that are really common. See, I said idiom again. I'm trying to give you slang words that are really common, that are used now. And this one is still used now. 2024, people use this word. The origin or the original usage of this came in 2000. So that's like 24 years ago, but it's still really, really common. This word was created by a rapper. It was created by Eminem. So if you ever watch or if you ever listen to music, if you listen to Eminem's music, he did have a song called Stan. And in that movie or in that song, the story about this song was there was a fan, like a super fan, and his name was Stan. And he was very, very obsessive. He was very, very he was kind of unhinged, right? Not all there. He was kind of like missing something in his brain. Like he was a little bit crazy, we would say. And basically like a stalker, right? So he became this obsessive fan, writing so many crazy letters to Eminem. And then I believe in the song, he ends up killing Eminem, I think. So basically, the original meaning of Stan was like kind of like a stalker, and it was like a bad meaning. It's you're a crazy fan. You're a stalkerish, obsessed fan. But through the years, this word has changed. And it just means that you're a very dedicated fan now. You're very enthusiastic and dedicated. So the negative part has gone, and now it's become a little bit more positive. All right. So we would say this in a positive way. So here, I totally stand that singer. Her music is amazing. I'm a huge stan of this band. Let's say Jocelyn. Hey, Jocelyn, how are you, by the way? You stan K-pop groups. Yeah, a lot of people stan K-pop groups. It's very popular. You know, you've got Blackpink, you've got BTS. A lot of people stan these groups. Great example, Jocelyn. All right, so just a little bit of a backstory there. Stan originally was a little bit more negative. It means like a crazy fan, obsessive fan, kind of a stalker fan. Maybe that's where the word came from, you know, stalker and fan. Put it together, you got Stan. But now it's more positive. It means you're dedicated. You're enthusiastic about someone or something. Okay, let's look at the next one here. The next one here is going to be salty. This is the last one. Remember, we're only doing 5 today. We're only doing 5. The next one is salty. Obviously, salty is a word that we use to talk about food. But in today's slang word, it's not talking about food. We're not talking about food. Here's an example sentence. And it says, he's still salty. He's still salty about losing the game last night. He's still salty about losing the game last night. All right, so the food is not salty. He is salty. So what does this mean? If somebody is salty, what does it mean? He's still salty about losing the game last night. Again, very common slang word. So basically in this sentence here, salty is going to mean, you know, if you, let's look at the example sentence. The example sentence says he's still salty about losing the game. If you lose a game, let's say it's, you know, a sports event, a basketball game, a tennis match, or, you know, soccer, or maybe it's a chess match, a chess game. Maybe you're playing something with your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. Maybe it's just a board game, but you lose. And if you are very competitive, that means being competitive means you hate to lose. You know, I'm a very competitive person. I don't like to lose. I always want to win. So if you're overly competitive, right, that means that you really hate to lose. When you do lose, some people feel very salty. Jocelyn, nice sentence. Nice sentence. I'm salty. I never win a cake competition. Great. So you used the slang word and you had a little pun in there by using cake in your sentence. Great sentence, Jocelyn. So basically, that's a great sentence, by the way. That's a perfect sentence. To be salty means you're upset. You're upset. You're bitter. Okay. Here, you're not bitter because something is bitter, but you're bitter means you're upset. You're disappointed. You're a little bit sad and angry because you lost. You lost. But basically, to be salty means you're salty, you're bitter over something trivial. Now, this word here, trivial, this means it's something that's not important, something that's not that big, right? It's not so serious. You know, losing a game, basically, it's not going to change, you know, it's not going to change your life. It's not, the world's going to keep going. Games are not that important, especially if it's just let's say you're playing a board game with your brother or sister and you lost and you become very salty. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but you become upset. Sorry, to be salty means that you become upset, sad over something that's not that important. All right, so he's still salty about losing the game last night. I used to live in Los Angeles, and some of my friends in LA were huge, like stands like for sports. And I'm not going to name the sports because I'm going to out them. But when their team would lose, they would be so salty. And I would never understand that because it's just a game. They're not actually playing the game. It's their team is playing. But they would be really salty. I love sports. I hate it when my team loses as well, but I never become salty. All right, so here's salty. Just a quick reminder: you're not talking about food. You're talking about your emotions. You're upset. So if you're salty, that means you're upset, and you're salty doesn't mean you're upset over something serious. It's over something that's not that important, not that serious. Okay, so those were the 5 slang words that we did today. Okay, so those were the 5, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a fill in the blank, and you're gonna tell me all of the answers for the fill in the blank here. So just to have a quick review, the first one was big yikes. This means that you're shocked, you're embarrassed about something. The next is going to be glow up. Okay, this means that you changed, you transform, your appearance, your style is changing, and it's better now. Let's see, YFS. I'm salty because my computer just shut down before I saved my project. Yeah, you can say that. That one's a little bit more serious, but yeah, definitely you can say that. Perfect. Good job, YFS. Yeah, you can say it. I'm salty because my computer just shut down. My computer just crashed. Okay, so we've got just to review here again. We've got big yikes. We've got glow up. The next one was catch these hands. Catch these hands means you're threatening someone with physical altercation, like fighting, like punching someone. All right, so my fist, they're going to catch it. They're going to catch it with their face. Next, we've got stan. That means like you're a super fan, you're a dedicated fan. Now it's used in a more positive way. Yes, YFS slang is very difficult, and I'm glad that you're learning a lot, though. And the last one, it was salty. Salty means you become upset or bitter over something that's not that important. Okay. If it is a little important, you can still use that word as well. So those were the 5 idioms that we have. Now, what I would like to do is let's go over and test these. Let's go over and test these. You're very welcome, YFS. Okay, so now we've got a little quiz. We're going to fill in the blanks. You tell me the correct slang word to use. I've got the slangs words on the screen for you. So let's look here. Let's try to fit this all into the screen. There we go. Okay. Number 1. She got really something when she found out her friend didn't invite her to the party. All right, so she got really something when she found out her friend didn't invite her to the party. What would be the answer here? All right, and YFS, we've got an answer of salty. That is correct. Supergirl, salty. That is correct. Jocelyn, salty. That is correct. Perfect. So she got really salty when she found out her friend didn't invite her to the party or to her party. Yeah, I'd be salty too. If my friend didn't invite me to their party, yeah, that would definitely warrant being salty. Maybe the next time I saw him or her, they might catch some hands. No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't do that. All right, excellent job. Let's look at number 2. She had an incredible something over the summer and came back looking completely different. She had an incredible something over the summer and came back looking completely different. What slang word would you put here? All right, so if you got the slang words all on the bottom here, you can see the banner at the bottom of the screen here. We've got big yikes, we've got glow up, we've got catch these hands, we've got stan, and we've got salty. All right, Jocelyn, incredible glow up, perfect. Supergirl, glow up, perfect. YFS, glow up, perfect. She had an incredible glow up over the summer and came back looking completely different. Perfect answer. She had an incredible glow up. Okay, excellent. Good job. Now, let's make it a little bit more difficult. Let's remove the slang words for the last one. The last one here is I something that band so hard I've been to all their concerts. I something that band so hard I've been to all their concerts. Now we actually have a bonus one here. This is a second bonus slang word. So hard. So hard. If you want, tell me the answer for this and tell me the meaning of that. So you can have 2. This is a 2-in-1 question. Tell me the answer and then tell me the meaning. YFS, Stan, yes. Supergirl, Stan, yes. So the first one here is going to be Stan. I stan that band so hard. I've been to all their concerts. So what does so hard mean? What does so hard mean? So I stan that band so hard. I've been to all their concerts. So this one here, I stan that band means that, you love that band. You're a dedicated fan. You're a super fan. And so here's I stan that band so hard. Now, so hard means, and I'm going to put it right here, so hard equals a lot. Simple definition. It means a lot. It means very much. All right. So we always put it at the end of the sentence like that. I stan that band so hard. I stan that band very much. I stan that band a lot. Okay. So not addicted. Maybe stan is kind of like addicted. That's correct. But so hard just means a lot. It means very much. Supergirl, perfect. Very much. Excellent. All right, so those were the three quiz questions, testing you on, if you remembered what the meanings were for the 5 idiom or the 5 slang words that you see on the screen. And I apologize for keep calling them idioms. The title of this lesson is Idioms and Slang, and I'm just using slang words. And this is actually episode number 3. I'm trying to do a short live lessons, try to make it easier for you to remember. I don't want to give you too many slang words. I do have longer live lessons that I've done where I've given you 10 words, sometimes even more. If you're interested in those, check them out. This is a little bit more, smaller. It's easier to digest. It's easier to understand and to use. So this is episode 3. So that means there are 2 more episodes you can find on my channel. Those are another 5 each. So total, we've done 15 slang words that we use in the 2020s, including 2024, which we're in right now. YFS, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, Supergirl, thank you very much. Now, we're not done. Well, you're not done. So if you looked, we went over 3 fill in the blanks. We did salty, we did glow up, and we did stan, right? But there's 2 more that we didn't cover. Big yikes. Okay, and catch these hands. Big yikes and catch these hands. So anybody who wants some extra practice, I'm going to put that here. If anybody wants some extra practice, then I'm going to give you some homework. So big yikes and catch these hands. What I want you to do is I want you to give me your example sentence for these 2 slang words, big yikes and catch these hands. All right. So if you want extra practice, this means, you want to practice some of your writing, then do this homework. Give me your example sentence of big yikes and catch these hands. Now, remember, if you want to know the meaning of these, you can just rewind this video. Just watch where I go over it. Big yikes and catch these hands. Give me your example sentences for these 2 slang words. Supergirl, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, I will put that in the community section, and I will do it in the community section. Thank you very much, Supergirl. Thank you. Okay, so any questions with today's lesson? There's 5 new slang words. Anybody who wants homework, there's homework right on the screen right now. You tell me your example sentences for big yikes and catch these hands. Otherwise, it was a great episode 3. This is episode 3 of 5 must-know slang words. As always, thank you guys all for joining. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for being so active during the lesson. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next lesson. Thank you as always, and see ya.